thinking has two advantages. One, your mind will come upon ideas. So you want to travel to Kumasi right now. You start thinking, how am I going to travel? Am I going to go by road or I'm going to go by air? Okay, if I'm going to go by road, how am I going to go? Am I going to drive? Am I going to use public transport? Which bus service am I going to subscribe to? If I'm going to go by air, it's the same. Am I going to fly with Passion Air or Africa World? Okay, what is the cost? Have I planned all that? This is thinking. You are thinking ahead. Now, in thinking ahead, you come upon certain stumbling blocks. Imagine someone just saying, I'm going to Kumasi. The person takes off from home and he's wondering, am I going by plane or by bus? It's too late to be thinking that at that time. The person says, okay, let me go by plane. The person gets to the airport only to realize that he did not buy a ticket. And because of that, the ticket amount quoted is very expensive. Maybe let's just say there is room in the plane. There is space available for that flight he met. But then it's very expensive. Then at that moment, the person remembers that he doesn't even have money at all. How is he going to travel? All that would have been avoided if he had thought through ahead, weeks before. How am I traveling? What's the cost of the flight? When am I supposed to get to Kumasi? The meeting I'm going for, what is the day? What are the flights available for that day? Can I book ahead of time? Will it be cheaper if I book ahead? Okay, what about the return flight? When is the meeting ending? So the person makes preparations ahead of time. So before the person embarks on a journey, in the person's mind work has been done. The person has journeyed and come back in his mind before actually taking off from the ground. That is mind work. So in thinking, your mind will come upon ideas. So as leaders, if we spend time to think, we'll be increasing our capacity, thinking along your line of leadership, thinking about that project you are going to embark on. What ways am I going to embark on that project? What are the available opportunities? What are the available strategies? Will I need extra resources? Will I need extra hands? Which people can help me, as extra hands? Are they available? Is it free? Is it going to come at a cost? So you will come upon ideas. Now, the second major advantage of thinking is that your mind will encounter stumbling blocks and receive solutions before they materialize. Your mind will encounter stumbling blocks and receive solutions before they materialize. So let's say you are putting up a program, maybe a church program, and you say, okay, we are expecting 500 people. Great. Then you ask yourself, all right, how many people can the auditorium accommodate? 200 people. Okay, if the auditorium is fully packed out, it can accommodate 200 people. What about the other 300 we are expecting? Are they going to sit outside? Okay, if they are going to sit outside, are there chairs? Now, for a leader who does not think ahead, they will say maybe we'll say we are planning for 500 people. We get 500 people there. The program is ongoing. The auditorium is full. Extra 300 people come and they are outside, but the program is ongoing. And you're like, wow, let's go and rent chairs. We are now going to rent chairs when the people are already here. It means there was no flight plan. We did not think ahead. But in thinking ahead, we'll come upon that stumbling block that, wow, we're expecting 500 people. We can accommodate 200. What provision are we making for the 300? Okay, our compound can accommodate 300 people. If the compound accommodates 300 people, the compound is for parking. Where are the cars going to park? Now, this is like a flight plan. Okay, the compound will accommodate the 300 people. We are going to get a good place for the people to park. Now, that good place, is it far from the church or is close to the church? Because if it is far from the church, it may deter some people from coming for the program. Now, even if it's close, is the place safe enough because it's an evening program? What if after the program, some car owners say that their side mirrors have been stolen and all? So, okay, we are using outside. We are going to get screens for those outside. We are going to get canopies for those outside in case it rains. So what we are going to do is we are going to provide security for the cars parked outside so that we are not going to have any of those challenges. So you see that by the day of the program, everything has been thought through. Everything has been thought through. Maybe Some leaders under you come and they're like, maybe pastor or CEO, what are we going to do about this? You are saying, oh, just do this A, B, C. Then they are surprised because you've thought ahead. You've come upon all the stumbling blocks and you've solved them before the day. So it's like the remedy to the challenges coming, we're already waiting for the challenges. That is what happens when we apply thinking as leaders. So your capacity is now expanded. You think ahead, you see ahead, you solve problems ahead of time before the problems come. These are two major advantages of thinking. These are not the only, but these are the two I want us to discuss in this series. So your mind will come upon ideas and your mind will encounter stumbling blocks and receive solutions before they materialize. I'm sure we can think of times when we met certain stumbling blocks in different areas of life, and we said that, wow, if we had thought through well, we would have known what to do. But now we are stuck because we did not think ahead of time. So we've come to a junction where now we don't know what to do. But all that can be avoided once there's a flight plan. So in building capacity, we must spend moments of thinking, receiving inspired thoughts from the Lord as to what to do, as to the next step to take. But like I said, it requires solitude, it requires attention, and it requires time.